guys, welcome back to Wattage in Chicago. Me, Mark Roberts, again with a new workout. Today we're doing chest and back. We're staying on that kind of complex training. So we're going to be doing back-to-back exercises. Again, 5 sets, around 12 reps. So, yep, strap in and let's go. Okay, so first round of exercises, what we're going to do, pull up. We're going to do about 12 reps. If you can't do 12 reps, go to failure. If you can't do a pull-up, then go to the assisted pull-up machine or take a band-resisted pull-ups. We're just going to go until you get a good burn. 12 reps is what I'm going to aim for today, and then we're coming straight down into a bench press. Standard bench press, again 12 reps, and then we'll repeat that 4 more times for 5 sets. Okay, so off we go. Retract those shoulders nice and tight, and squeezing all the way up. Squeeze all the way up. Make sure they're full reps, so all the way to the bottom, all the way to the top. Make sure we're really working, squeezing at the top. All right, dropping down from there, we're going to go straight into our bench press. So no rest until we're finished. Again, 12 reps. Make sure we get a weight that's comparable for you. Push yourself to the 12 and make sure you get all 12 done. Nice and secure, core is tight, feet are in the floor, shoulders are retracted, and then we go with 12 reps. Breathing out as we're pushing the bar up. Slowly all the way down to the chest, and squeeze up to the top. 4 more. Last one. All right, grab a quick sip, keep your rest to about 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and then straight back in. Really push yourself for these ones. All right, round number 2, incline dumbbell press, straight into a single arm box row. So again, it's going to be 12 and 12, 12 each side on the single arm rows. We'll get started here, and I'll explain as we go. So nice and tight again, retract your shoulders in. When I go up, I like to rotate slightly, so I'm pushing in and a slow rotation back down. That way I get a full range of motion all the way to the bottom and squeezing up to the top. Keep that core nice and tight. I'm going to control the weight on the way down and then explode up from the bottom. 2 more. 11. 12. Good. Okay. Now you can do it on the bench. If you want to vary it, if you want to add a little bit of difficulty to it, a little bit of instability, I'm going to show you now is on the Swiss ball. So you're in a more unstable ground, you're going to have to work a little bit more on stabilization through the core and also through your shoulders. So let me demonstrate that for you. Okay, here's the variation I was talking about. Get yourself on a Swiss ball. We're going to roll down into position, and then once we get here, like we're doing a flat bench, I want us to drop our hips. So we're dropping hips back towards the ball. We've got ourselves a nice incline, core is tight, and then we go. It's just going to be that much harder just to keep yourself stabilized. Hips are engaged, core is engaged, and all the way through. So if you want to add a little bit of difficulty, jump on a Swiss ball. Let's go over to the single arm rows. Okay, here we are. Single arm row on the box. There's a couple of things I want to point out while we're doing this. What we want to make sure, core is nice and tight. We're in a nice stable position. When we've got the weight, okay, what we're going to do, we're going to let that stretch us, okay? So we're stretching the lats, stretching the shoulder, and as we're coming up, we're rotating. So we're squeezing the shoulder back, we're pulling the elbow up towards the hip, but we're also rolling around with the obliques. So we're engaged our obliques as we're coming around. So it's not just a back exercise, we're also using a lot of core rotation in there. So again, 12 reps one side, 12 reps the other. Here we go, other side, 12 reps, Remember, core is nice and tight. We're stretching that lat, stretching that shoulder, and then we're coming up. Small twist in that oblique. Really fire that and squeeze the shoulder back. Make sure everything's engaged. Nice and slow, squeezing at the top. Core is tight. Two more. There's one. Squeeze. Last one. Squeeze. All right. Third round. Here we go. All right, guys, stand with me. Third round. Cable flies. Slight decline on the fly. A couple of things we want to make sure that we're getting here. Split stance to keep your core nice and stable. Okay. Also, what we want to do is from your spine up through your neck, we want to keep it in one nice line. So we're not kind of moving around. We're keeping nice and stable. Get a good stretch, and then squeeze at the bottom. So again, stretching out, keeping everything nice and tight. Give it a good squeeze at the bottom. There we go. So you're doing extra work at the bottom for that contraction. All the way through 12 reps. Making sure we're really flying out, getting a good stretch, and then bringing it back in. Slight decline, so we're going just about the sternum from just above the pec at the top. Going to do two more here. 1 and 2. And relax there. Okay, from here, we're going to go into a high pull with the rope. So attach it to the fly machine, and then we'll go from there. Okay, straight into the high cable pull with the rope. What we want to do, we want to get tension on the wire. Again, I like to keep my stance a little split, just so my core is nice and engaged. We're going to keep those elbows high. We're going to pull that rope to about the bridge of your nose. And again, squeezing your back every time, letting it stretch, and then squeezing. There we go. Squeeze. And again, keeping that spine and neck nice and stable, nice and neutral as we go. So squeezing my upper back, squeezing those traps. Rhomboids are working. Also getting the posterior deltoids involved. There we go. Squeeze each one all the way through 12. Gonna do 2 more. 1, second one, 2, and relax. Water up, 4 more, and then we'll go into the next one. 4th round, final round. All right, 4th and final round, just a single exercise. What we're going to do is a dumbbell pullover. Now what I like to do is I like to get on the Swiss ball. Just makes me work a little bit harder in stability. Core, hamstring, glutes all have to work as well. This is a nice exercise to kind of combo up because we're working the upper lats, working the lats as we pull over. We're also working that lower chest as we're pulling down, as we're squeezing at the top. So it complements the rest of this workout quite nicely as a finisher. So again, 3 rounds, 10 reps. Here we go. So get it on your chest, nice and secure. Okay, our hips are going to be up, so our glutes are working, hamstrings are working, our core is stable. Again, so we're just going to open up and then squeeze through, keeping everything nice and tight. Open that core up, squeeze. Breathing out at the top of each rep. Now this one's quite hard to talk with because there's a lot of pressure going through as you get back. But just stay engaged and stay under control. Breathing out as you're coming up. 2 more. 1, 2. All right, first round done. Again, 30 seconds, 45 seconds. Just get yourself a sip of water. 3 rounds of this, and then we're done for the day. Thanks for joining me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this chest and back complex day. Stay with it. Keep following us on YouTube. Subscribe, and we'll see you next day for some more videos. I'm gonna get my recovery done. Foam roll, nutrition, stretching after every session.